It felt surreal to stand next to him, a dream I had long wished for. I had spent years admiring him from a distance, and now I was practicing right beside him. Back then, LeBron looked up to Kobe as a mentor, but that admiration has shifted. Following the recent revelations about Kobe's 2003 behavior, LeBron isn't merely pulling away. He's voicing concerns and suggesting there's shocking footage about this incident that could alter perceptions entirely. Allow me to clarify. Breaking the news. It's a revelation few expected to encounter. LeBron James, the emblem of contemporary basketball, the athlete perpetually labeled as the king, didn't merely step back from Kobe Bryant's legacy. He obliterated it. In an unexpected and startling eruption, LeBron unleashed his thoughts without hesitation. He boldly confronted Kobe's most troubling moments, shedding light on why this has spiraled into a major controversy. It's important to recognize how infrequent it is for basketball icons to unveil each other's most private struggles. The NBA often embodies solidarity, camaraderie, and a meticulously crafted appearance of reverence. However, when LeBron openly dismantles Kobe Bryant's legacy, it indicates a more sinister undercurrent, a divide, a confrontation, and perhaps a facade that's beginning to unravel. Now, this is where it takes a dark turn. LeBron didn't merely mention Kobe's infamous 2003 incident in Eagle, Colorado. He implied that there are new recordings, recent leaks, videos of the NBA and Kobe's estate sought to keep hidden from the world. Just pause and consider that. For almost 20 years, the whispers surrounding Kobe Bryant's purported misdeeds have been analyzed, argued over, and for many, discreetly put to rest as past matters. Before we delve into LeBron's remarkable statements, it's essential to take a step back. Comprehending the severity of the current situation requires a grasp of Kobe's scandal's complete background. This is precisely what LeBron is suggesting people have disregarded. Let's rewind to Eagle, Colorado. In 2003, Kobe Bryant faced arrest following allegation from a 19-year-old hotel staff member who claimed he assaulted her in his hotel room. The incident sent shockwaves throughout the sports community. It wasn't merely the shocking specifics that disturbed the public. It was the reality that Kobe Bryant, the NBA's young prodigy and presumed successor to Michael Jordan, was now confronted with the most distressing press possible. Investigative writers like Jeff Pearlman have been candid regarding their findings. Pearlman articulates his view. Do I believe Kobe assaulted women? I think that's false. I believe Kobe believed he was intimately involved with this woman. But no, I understand that may come off as a dismissive response, yet that's not my intention. Kobe Bryant had a genuinely awkward demeanor. He was indeed quite clumsy in social interactions. Interestingly, despite his fame, he seemed quite clueless around women. I can picture him as someone who could be a bit foolish and lost, almost taking the easy way out. That's not quite what I'm implying. Kobe Bryant had an undeniable awkwardness. He truly exhibited a notable level of awkwardness. Strangely, he's quite unseasoned in dealing with women. Furthermore, he is so misguided that when the police arrive later that evening, he genuinely expresses disbelief, questioning, "What are you talking about?" This moment encapsulates why Kobe's situation has consistently stirred intense debate. Even veteran journalists grappled with its classification. Some depicted him as a hunter. Others portrayed him as an oblivious icon unaware of limits. Regardless, the blemish remained. However, Kobe stepped before the media and provided one of the most notorious public justifications in sports lore. "I am blameless. Thus, I'm compelled to act, in any capacity, opposing their wishes. I declare this in front of all of you, ashamed, enveloped in disgrace, for pulling a fast one." That claim emerged as Kobe's salvation. As years passed, amidst titles and a meticulously crafted redemption journey. Following his premature departure, the NBA and sports media transformed his image, not labeling him as tarnished, but rather as a legend. His jerseys were honored. He became known as the Mamba, the quintessential player, a devoted father to his girls. For a long time, it appeared the public had consensus. The controversies were behind them, neglected, concealed. Yet, here strides LeBron James. And LeBron isn't merely recalling Kobe's 2003 controversy. He's elevating the tension. If LeBron's insinuations hold any weight, then video evidence exists that could undermine Kobe in a manner that no publication or legal action ever could. Why is this coming to light now? What caused LeBron, who previously praised Kobe's guidance and camaraderie, to change his stance? Keep in mind, this is the same LeBron who shared an emotional tribute after surpassing Kobe on the NBA's all-time scoring list. As a youngster, I found myself in high school, navigating my way up through the levels. That's when Kobe entered the league. At that time, I didn't envision skipping straight from high school to the NBA. Yet, seeing a 17 or 18-year-old achieve, that was truly impressive. That's really impressive. As I got deeper into basketball and entered high school, I began to admire the moves he made on the court and wanted to emulate them. So what shifted? How did LeBron transition from openly lauding Kobe as a guiding figure to criticizing him for concealing troubling truths? The key is in timing and perception. While LeBron has meticulously crafted his image as a pristine, controversy-free figure, hushed rumors have been amplifying. Whispers suggesting that the NBA has been concealing secrets of other players. That Kobe wasn't alone in his troubles. That shielding the league's stars from facing consequences has been the norm. If that is indeed the case, then LeBron's unexpected eruption could signify more than just concern for Kobe. This might concern the NBA's pervasive culture of secrecy. While LeBron seems to highlight Kobe as a case in point, the underlying message is evident. If the reality surrounding Kobe could remain hidden for years, what other truths has the league suppressed? Who else has managed to evade scrutiny while fans remain in the dark? This narrative is particularly incendiary because it extends far beyond Kobe Bryant. This touches on a tradition of quietude, and it takes a bleaker turn here. Sources claim that LeBron's jab at Kobe wasn't just a spontaneous outburst. Instead, it's reportedly linked to ongoing conflicts within the league. Conflicts concerning reputation, finances, and power. Various sources have reported that the NBA has been busy lately trying to handle how legacy stories are shaped. This involves how retired icons are honored and promoted to supporters. Kobe Bryant plays a pivotal role in this effort. His enduring legacy, following his passing, has brought in millions for the Lakers, Nike, the NBA, and numerous other enterprises. For LeBron to tear down that legacy is like setting cash ablaze in front of an audience. This clearly indicates a single truth. LeBron didn't merely express these thoughts. He aimed for them to resonate. Let's take a step back to grasp the nature of the damaging footage LeBron alluded to. For many years, rumors have floated regarding recordings, supposedly hidden during the initial 2003 probe. Only written transcripts and select documents were made public. However, former employees from Eagle County claimed there existed taped interviews, hotel surveillance videos, and evidence files that oddly vanished prior to the trial. For decades, both conspiracy theorists and reporters have posed the same inquiry. What became of that video? Now, of all individuals, LeBron James is claiming it's not just authentic, but that it still survives. This revelation is shocking for two key reasons. First, if the video is real, it indicates that Kobe's case was never completely settled publicly. It suggests there might be conclusive proof in either direction. Moreover, if LeBron is aware of it or knows about it, it implies that an influential figure intended for him to be informed. The timing is quite unsettling. Kobe has been gone for several years now. His wife, Vanessa Bryant, has tirelessly battled to safeguard his legacy, filing lawsuits against companies, achieving settlements, and meticulously managing his estate. A strike against Kobe transcends a mere affront to him. It's an assault on her, on their offspring, and on the meticulously maintained Mamba legend that drives literature, films, and products. LeBron is aware of this, which intensifies the shock of his choice. To understand this better, consider how LeBron once revered Kobe. He didn't merely respect him. He cast himself as Kobe's heir. Brotherhood, you see, being part of the Lakers family means supporting each other through all phases, past, present, or future. That's the essence of it. Yet, that sentiment, once filled with sincerity and warmth, now feels empty. If brotherhood had true significance, LeBron wouldn't engage in these actions. Unless, of course, that brotherhood has always been present. And this is where the narrative took a dark twist. If the NBA has shielded Kobe and others, then LeBron's strike might serve as a cautionary message. A declaration of awareness regarding hidden truths, along with a refusal to remain silent. This, in turn, circles us back to the issue of motive. Certain analysts think this revolves around the concept of legacy. LeBron has continually navigated the legacy cast by Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Despite his numerous points and championship victories over the years, there remained a faction of fans who believed Kobe reigned supreme. They argued that Kobe had that clutch gene and was the genuine successor to the throne. LeBron will always be overshadowed by those parallels. By pulling Kobe into the mix, he's not just safeguarding his own legacy, he's obliterating his rivals. And the best part? This is merely the start. Insiders indicate that LeBron hasn't disclosed all the details. He's keeping crucial information under wraps. The new video he mentioned might only be scratching the surface. If that's accurate, we might be on the brink of a controversy far larger than anything previously witnessed in the NBA. Greater than the Donald Sterling affair. Larger than the mall ace at the Palace. Greater than any labor conflict, any work stoppage, any scandal. For this transcends mere player misconduct. This revolves around a sweeping conspiracy across the league. If this conspiracy comes to light, it could dismantle legacies, destroy dynasties, and topple billion-dollar enterprises instantaneously. So, consider this. What prompted LeBron James to unveil the truth at this precise moment? Why did he select Kobe as his focus? And crucially, what insights does he possess that remain hidden from us? The truth they hide. When LeBron James took a swing at Kobe Bryant, he didn't merely blame him. He unleashed a trove that the NBA, Kobe supporters, and the press have worked tirelessly to keep under wraps for years. With rumors of leaked footage surfacing, we must wonder, what secrets do those tapes hold? So what's driving LeBron to put it all on the line for this revelation? Let's take a step back to the remarks that ignited this uproar. The language LeBron employed was intentional. He didn't merely drop a casual hint about Kobe's controversy. He called attention to proof the public had never encountered. That's what left fans in disbelief. And here's the detail that has NBA execs restless at night. Once hidden footage is mentioned or even hinted at, the countdown begins because the public will insist on verification. And if you fail to deliver, someone else will step up. Recall how deeply Kobe's situation unsettled the Lakers in the early 2000s? His teammates harbored resentment for the turmoil he brought upon them. Journalists pursued them relentlessly after each game. Shaquille O'Neal even used it as a jibe, making jokes at Kobe's expense when they were on a plane, as Jeff Pullman noted. He composed a playful rap targeting Kobe. In Kobe's absence, his teammates jumped in on the fun. I mean, Shaquille was lighthearted, but he had his issues with Kobe. Shaquille shared this silliness for a reason. Moments like this are vital, as they show just how delicate the bond between Kobe and his teammates really was. Absolutely, his fellow players supported him during the game, yet off the court, they were drained. They felt resentment. The controversy had tainted the camaraderie in the locker room. Now consider the implications if LeBron is validating those long-held suspicions and introducing fresh proof to the mix. This doesn't simply revive Kobe's situation. It reopens the deep scars of the Lakers' legendary dynasty. This is precisely what renders this moment so disastrous for the NBA. While Kobe's 2003 situation was smoothed over with quiet and agreements, LeBron is tearing that wound wide open for all to see. However, LeBron's confrontation wasn't unexpected. A careful examination of his previous remarks reveals subtle signs that he has never been entirely at ease with Kobe's legacy. Take this moment post his surpassing Kobe on the all-time scoring list. When the game kicked off and we were facing off, probably after our first encounter my rookie season, you continually push for the win while he's focused on taking you down, which defines Kobe completely. On the court, he has no allies, but that doesn't mean I'm not in my zone. The player I'm up against allows me to still recognize and navigate the dynamics on the court. Pay attention, LeBron admired Kobe's fierce competitiveness, but caught the vibe. No friends on the court. Indeed, it's admiration, no doubt. Yet it also serves as a gentle dig, a reminder that Kobe's focus wasn't on camaraderie. He didn't embody a passion for the game. He prioritized victory above all. For years, many chose to ignore those underlying flaws. Now that LeBron is dominating the news, those vintage clips take on a new significance. They seem prophetic, as if LeBron was hiding something all along. So let's dive right in. What precisely might this rumored new footage reveal? Whistleblowers in Eagle County have consistently maintained that the complete narrative remains untold. They argue that Kobe's account, along with the official police documentation, omitted vital information. Some allege there exists surveillance footage of Kobe leading the accuser to his hotel room. Others assert there are audio recordings from her first report that revealed her crying while recounting the incident in a manner that would shock the public. However, none of this has ever been substantiated. None of it reached the courtroom. However, if a small portion of that footage is out there and LeBron is alluding to it, we could be witnessing a controversy that surpasses all prior ones. The NBA is aware of this. It's the reason for their fear. It explains their silence. That quiet is the most powerful noise of all. In a realm where every controversy is refuted, downplayed, or justified, the league remains mute. No support for Kobe. No argument against LeBron. Just emptiness. That stillness seems less a sign of strength and more a hint of fear. The scandal surrounding Kobe Bryant didn't merely affect his personal life. It sent ripples throughout the whole NBA. Now, by bringing it back into focus, LeBron James is shining a light on a narrative the league hoped fans would overlook. Recall the events of 2003, when Kobe's legal battle morphed into a spectacle that ensnared teammates, coaches, executives, and the whole Lakers organization. Players were outraged, forced to confront an issue beyond their control. Supporters found themselves torn between loyalty and repulsion. Meanwhile, the media swarmed like predators ready to pounce. Pro Men captured the vibe exactly right. The issue in his bond with Shaq stemmed from his comments to the investigators, noting that Shaq was always fooling around. Shaq's actions repeatedly came back to haunt him, and that created tension. It was mostly irritating as it drained the life out of the environment. He elaborated further, explaining that it became frustrating when all your teammates found themselves facing media inquiries about the mess you created. Imagine you're Samaki Walker, Derek Fisher, Shaquille O'Neal, or Rick Fox. Suddenly, after the games, instead of discussing your impressive 12 rebounds versus Philly, the focus shifts to how your teammate situation is impacting you. The annoyance of your teammates getting caught up in. Kobe's drama reflects what we see now with LeBron's remarks. However, instead of just your teammates facing inquiries, it's the whole NBA that's in the spotlight. This is precisely why there's chaos brewing among those in the league office. Let's examine Mulata's perspective. Certain analysts suggest that LeBron's recent eruption was a tactical move, a final blow intended to extinguish the Kobe comparisons that have shadowed him throughout his journey. For years, The fan base has argued over who truly succeeded Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron. Regardless of LeBron's achievements or the numerous records he shattered, Kobe's legacy remained a steadfast presence. In pulling Kobe back into the spotlight, LeBron employs a ruthless yet powerful tactic. He effectively distances Kobe from the dialogue. It's tough to hold your ground against a fallen idol once the public is jolted by his hidden truths. Yet some claim there's more at play. They suggest LeBron's actions aren't born from resentment, but instead serve a larger purpose, signaling that the NBA has obscured too much for an extended period. Consider this carefully. Kobe wasn't the sole athlete confronted with accusations. Yet, how many narratives disappeared without trace? How many inquiries were discreetly resolved, buried, or dismissed? By referencing fresh footage, LeBron could be signaling that he knows the buried secrets, and if he falls, he won't fall solo. This is a chilling warning for the NBA, since LeBron is too influential to silence, too renowned to undermine. If he continues to tug on this thread, the entire fabric could unravel. Moreover, it's essential to acknowledge that LeBron transcends the role of a mere athlete. He's an influential figure, a powerful brand. His words carry weight, and this jab at Kobe elevates the issue beyond basketball, turning it into an international uproar. Now, this is where the claims regarding the footage become significant. Authorities in Eagle County have consistently asserted that crucial evidence has vanished. Some people allege there are recordings of Kobe arriving at the hotel alongside the accuser. Others suggested that audio of her remarks was hidden. If any of this is true and it sees the light of day, Kobe's meticulously restored reputation could shatter in an instant. But here's the unsettling thought. What if LeBron possesses it already? What if this were more than mere bravado? What if an informant, perhaps a previous investigator or even a case insider, had leaked this information to him that could clarify his boldness in taking a stand? In the meantime, public opinion is deeply divided. On one hand, Kobe's steadfast supporters are enraged. They contend that tarnishing a deceased individual's reputation is both unkind and disrespectful. They highlight Kobe's philanthropy, his close relationship with his daughters, and how he evolved in his last days. For them, LeBron's remarks seem like an insult to his legacy. Conversely, some critics maintain that silence contributed to Kobe's image restoration from the outset and that many chose to ignore the situation. Honoring the deceased shouldn't entail ignoring the suffering of the survivors. To the naysayers, LeBron is taking a stand where others have remained silent. He compels society to hold onto the memory. This divide has transformed social media into a war zone. One day, the hashtag supporting Kobe dominates. Next, hashtags urging for the footage to be made public take over. It's turmoil, the kind of turmoil that can quickly escalate. As the clamor for proof intensifies, it's inevitable that someone will disclose info, no matter how blurred or partial. Once the floodgates are ajar, there's no shutting them again. This is precisely why we find ourselves in unfamiliar ground. LeBron James didn't merely dominate Kobe Bryant. He set off a chain reaction that's now glaringly obvious. The burning question remains, when it detonates, who else will be caught in the chaos? When icons stumble, the tempest has begun. The dreaded moment has arrived. The footage is leaking. Indeed, it has begun. Sources affiliated with the ongoing probe confirm that segments from the previously hidden Eagle County case are now being shared in exclusive circles. Incomplete, unverified, but just tangible enough to spark an uproar on social media. The initial segment featured an interview recording. The purported victim, just past her teenage years, spoke with a trembling voice as she recounted the events from that night in Kobe Bryant's hotel suite. Though it lasts less than half a minute, it's profoundly impactful. The aftermath? Complete turmoil ensued. To Kobe's devoted fans, it seemed like a fresh betrayal. They charged LeBron with manipulating the situation, resurrecting old stories to safeguard his delicate reputation. For others, it confirmed their belief that Kobe's path to redemption relied heavily on hush money and savvy PR. Yet, the NBA remained quiet. No response. Silence prevailed. Amidst the stillness, spectators detected vulnerability. Let's take a step back. The significance of this revelation becomes clear only when you appreciate the meticulous effort put into reshaping Kobe's persona post-2003. The NBA didn't merely let bygones be bygones. They transformed his brand. Via titles, advertisements, and selectively planned discussions, Kobe evolved from a controversial figure to a revered elder. He emerged as the Mamba, the guide, the parent, the legend. Upon his retirement, he was hailed as one of the all-time greats. His untimely passing in a helicopter accident in 2020 elevated him to near sainthood. 2 jerseys were retired in his honor. In the realm of legends, a tale etched in rock. Yet today, that tale is beginning to splinter, and the figure wielding the mallet is astonishingly LeBron James. This leads us to the most haunting query of all. Why? What would prompt LeBron to jeopardize everything? His legacy, his connections, his place in NBA legacy, to bring Kobe's toughest times back to the forefront. Let's hear his own reflection on Kobe once more, particularly after being inquired about his most cherished moment with him. When it comes to us as a unit, it feels overwhelming. This might just be our final matchup at Staples. It could very well be his last All-Star appearance too. During halftime, he was being interviewed by the legendary Craig Sager, alongside Russ in peace. What an incredible moment this is. I found myself in an intense interview, reliving the thrill of our goal. Experiencing various events with Team USA, from witnessing Phelps to the countless activities we shared, made it unforgettable. Those words, honorable, moving, sincere, add an even greater layer of surprise to the slam. If LeBron once held such profound admiration for Kobe, his current shift in attitude implies a significant alteration. Sources indicate that this change is closely linked to the video. Rumors suggest that LeBron didn't just come across this footage by chance. So who revealed it to him? That's the crucial question. Some assert it was a whistleblower hailing from EC County. Others argue it was an insider from the NBA, a key figure, weary of the league concealing the reality. Regardless of their identity, they delivered a potent tool to LeBron. Understanding the gravity of the situation, LeBron chose to take action. With Kobe's tapes emerging, supporters will inevitably ponder the crucial inquiry. Who else received similar protections? Who else had their controversies hidden from sight? That's precisely when the NBA's troubles will escalate. We've already noticed signs of wear on the surface. Executives exposed in bigoted tapes. Coaches dismissed due to immoral behavior. But how does the narrative shift when the league's top athletes, the icons of its multi-billion-dollar brand, find themselves entangled in controversy? Thus, LeBron's strike isn't solely targeted at Kobe. It calls attention to a system that prioritizes profit over individuals. Supporters are just beginning to realize the situation. For the NBA, this is a dire predicament. Once uncertainty takes root, confidence fades away. Without that trust, the whole allure of professional basketball begins to unravel. However, the most sorrowful aspect of it all may be, Vanessa Bryant has been relentless in her efforts to uphold Kobe's legacy. From taking legal action against the distribution of accident photos to managing his posthumous endeavors, she stands as the protector of his memory. Witnessing his name tarnished, again, especially by a former mentee of her husband, is a heartbreaking reality. Yet she too has stayed quiet. No statements made, no interviews given, just silence. This raises the question, is her silence a form of protection? Or is it a subtle recognition that the tempest is beyond our control? Regardless, the harm is already inflicted. LeBron James has achieved the unimaginable. This transcends mere athletics. This goes beyond basketball. This revolves around influence, honesty, and the price of quietude. The ominous query lingering is straightforward yet chilling. What will be exposed next? If LeBron James has disregarded the unwritten rules once, he might do so again. Should that occur, the NBA as we recognize it could be forever altered. Scandals have a way of spilling out once they begin. At this moment, LeBron James has yanked that door wide open. The rumors of fresh footage aren't just murmurs. They're roars reverberating throughout the sports arena. Images, unauthorized recordings, and secretive sources are all sharing cryptic tidbits. The turmoil is perpetuating itself. Meanwhile, the NBA remains quiet. Yet silence does not equate to safety. It serves as acknowledgement. We've witnessed controversies shake the league. Donald Sterling's bigoted outburst, the chaos at the Palace. Tim Donaghy's betting scandal. Yet in all those situations, the league took action. They denounced. They penalized. They dictated the story. This time, silence. No comment, no refutation. Not even a standard line expressing support for our athletes. That silence is their undoing. In that emptiness, theories grow exponentially, and it becomes even more unsettling. Sources claim that LeBron hasn't shared the full story. The clips that have emerged are merely a glimpse of what's really lurking. A certain source alleged that there are numerous minutes of audio available, not merely the 20-second clip that gained widespread attention. If this holds any truth, then what we've witnessed so far is merely a teaser. The full reveal could utterly tarnish Kobe's image and implicate others as well. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. I want you to listen to something that resonates in a distinct way considering the controversy. Here's Kobe speaking from his notorious press conference following the allegations. The moment I cherish with utmost passion. She's my strength, my sustenance, my heartbeat, my essence. The most unusual individual I'm aware of. Genuinely regretful. At that time, this clip was regarded as Kobe's moment of redemption, confessing to infidelity, asserting his innocence, and expressing regret to Vanessa. Amid the uproar over the leaked audio, fans are questioning whether it was a genuine quest for redemption or merely a calculated act to salvage his career. Unfortunately, we might never find the answer. Yet, there's one thing we can ascertain. LeBron James is leveraging this ambiguity to his advantage. By highlighting concealed details and implying that the truth has been obscured, he's flipping Kobe's journey of redemption on its head. The aftermath is catastrophic. Brands are uneasy. Nike, which constructed a vast empire around the Mamba persona, is unexpectedly confronting inquiries it believed were long settled. Analysts must take a stance. either defending Kobe or recognizing the evidence. Supporters are more split than ever. Perhaps the most unsettling consequence lies in its implications for the NBA. If this footage is genuine, then the league didn't merely safeguard Kobe. They shielded their own interests. They concealed the truth from fans to maintain the illusion of the NBA as a wholesome, family-oriented institution. And if this happened once, it raises the question of how many times it could have occurred. This is exactly why LeBron's statements carry such risk. He didn't merely point fingers at Kobe. He challenged the entire system. The system is aware of this, which is why it remains quiet. This is the reason no one is coming forward. Once the first domino tips, the others will surely follow. Now, let's discuss Vanessa Bryant. She has acted as the quiet protector of Kobe's memory, battling fiercely to safeguard his reputation. However, with this footage surfacing, she can no longer hold back the flood. Her silence is significant. If Vanessa had taken a stand, criticized LeBron, or refuted the footage, perhaps fans would side with her. Yet, she remains quiet. This silence is interpreted as uncertainty. A whisper of uncertainty lingers, a solemn recognition that the tempest is insurmountable. It's devastating. Vanessa Bryant has faced unfathomable sorrow, only to be compelled to confront Kobe's most painful moments again, not in seclusion, but exposed to the judgment of countless onlookers. The cruelty is limitless, yet that harshness comes at the expense of silence. LeBron James is aware of this truth. He understands the consequences. He recognizes the criticism. Still, he hasn't retracted his stance. He hasn't provided clarity. He hasn't offered an apology. This indicates one clear truth. He truly meant every word. And if that's the case, we must confront the most frightening prospect of all. LeBron's journey isn't over. He's far from done taking shots at Kobe. He hasn't finished revealing the secrets of the NBA. This is just the beginning. With more footage out there, and insiders claiming there is, it's only a question of time before it comes to light. When the truth surfaces, it won't merely tarnish Kobe's legacy. It will tarnish the NBA's as well. Fans may overlook a player's missteps, but they cannot overlook a league that deceives them. This transcends being just a controversy. It's a catastrophic event. The NBA, in its current form, cannot endure if supporters think it's founded on deceit. LeBron James, with one powerful dunk, has made that a distinct reality. Thus, the inquiry isn't whether additional recordings will emerge. It's about the timing. Once they surface, no level of silence, manipulation, or advertising funds will suffice to salvage the league. We appreciate your viewership. If you like this video, please select one of the boxes appearing on your screen to explore additional related content.